biblical book of Matthew, I think the chapter 6 verse 22, we see a very interesting concept, that the light of the body is the eye, and if thine eye be single, then thy whole body shall be full of light. The interesting thing that this pulls us into is that man is essentially a creature of vision, and that his vision is essentially linked to his consciousness and his enlightenment. And this particular understanding transcends any particular culture, religion, or philosophy. From neuroanatomist R.X. Fitzgerald, we know that as long as your eyes are open, about 2/3, that's greater than 60% of your neuronal activity is linked directly to your vision. Eric Jensen, in his book Brain-Based Learning, speaks of the fact that 90% of the information that gets to the brain comes visually. We know that the cortical representation for vision far exceeds that for the other senses. So man is essentially a creature of vision. But the problem with vision is that to see, then we have to focus. And to focus, it means that we must select one thing above everything else on which to focus. So man is a creature of vision because man is a creature of aim. And looking at Daniel Simmons' work on sustained inattentional blindness, it means that without an aim, man walks in darkness, or without an aim, man becomes blind. The human brain was designed not for scanning. In fact, if you look at evolutionary biology or psychology, you realize that we sort of evolved by paying attention. So the human brain is designed for focus and is designed for attention. And it's so powerful that the human brain cannot multitask. Now, lots of people speak about multitasking, like doing multiple tasks at the same time. So, for example, women speak about maybe they are washing, they are speaking on the phone, they are cooking, etc., etc. The reality is that multitasking is a myth. The mind can only focus on one thing at a time. So what the mind does is that it switches your attention from one activity to the other. And the more you multitask, the more you actually train your mind to become distracted. Now, Earl Miller did a study at MIT, and they realized that the more you multitask, the less productive you become, the less you are able to do deep work, and the less you are able to become focused, and the more prone you are to making errors. So going back to the top, man is a creature of vision because man is a creature of focus, because man is a creature of aim. And when we stretch this, you realize that the whole concept of sin in the Bible, and even in fact, if you look at the word, the etymology of sin in Hebrew, Arabic, and Greek, you realize that sin essentially means to miss the mark, to miss the aim. Man is a creature of vision, which makes man a creature of focus, which makes man also a creature of aim. Now, the importance or the relevance of all these things is that whatever we aim at, we achieve, and whatever we aim at, we become. We are always transformed into the image we behold. So the reality is that our vision becomes our embodiment, or we embody the vision as we behold it. So we move in the direction of our vision. Where our attention goes, our energy flows. And where our energy flows, life forms. And where life forms, reality is. So wherever we set our vision on, we move towards that, and eventually we embody the vision. Thus, it becomes very important what constitutes the vision of man. And I think this is what ancient civilizations sort of knew. Like we look at ancient Egypt and ancient Mesopotamia. In Egypt, the thing that sits on top of their dominance hierarchy is the eye of Horus. It sits on top of their power structure, and I think it sort of gives the communication that which must lead us, or the leader, is the one that has vision, the one that Jordan Peterson calls that structure the deification of attention. So the leader must be the one who has a vision, the one who is able to pay attention, the one who is aware, the one who has an aim, and the one who can communicate that aim. In Mesopotamia, the one that sits on top of their dominant hierarchy is their god Marduk, and he has eyes round about his head. So it's not anything that in the biblical book of Genesis we see that before God restores order in the chaotic earth, he first calls light, he first establishes vision, illumination, because you can't create order without an aim. You can't create order without a vision. You can't create order without a focus, and that becomes important. You know what? And what I'll do is that I'll sort of like do another video, and I'll speak about how to embody the vision, like practically. Then I'll also speak about what to aim at, because then what you aim at, you become, and you move towards it. It's not for anything. The Bible says that the one who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door is opened unto him. So you must determine what you are asking for, you must determine what you are seeking for, and you must determine the doors on which you knock for, because you would find what you are looking for. So that's where I'll stop at today. Catch you another time on thetanous. Holla.